So in the morning class we saw, first of all, we should lead a life of dharma. If at all we want to live a spiritual life, want to pursue this truth, Atma, the self, we have to live a life of dharma. Number one. Number two, it is very important how we live our rest of the life or rest of the day before we sit for meditation. You cannot just do whatever you want, live however your mind dictates, and then expect the mind to be quiet, steady, peaceful in the seat of meditation. It will never happen. So throughout the day, all throughout our life, we have to live a life of awareness, balance, maturity, understanding, etc. Number three, we should have devotion to the God and the teacher. So first of all, we should surrender in the seat of meditation. For a minute, we surrender ourselves to the feet of the Lord, the teacher, and we should pray, saying, "Oh Lord, I don't know. You please take care of me, protect me, guide me." This is a very, very important step. Because during our journey, there will be a lot of challenges, confusions, and dead ends. So we need the grace and blessings of our Guru. So, yes, we offer ourselves and then start. And then I told you regarding the posture. Sukham Sthiram Asana. That posture in which you can sit comfortably for a long time without moving, stable and firm, that is the right posture. And then if your mind is very turbulent and agitated, you can watch the prana without meddling with it. Just watch and observe the prana. The prana will slowly, gradually become shallow. Then the mind also will come under your control. Then you can work on the mind. So we saw in the morning, when the mind is shattered, it is very weak, it cannot achieve anything. When the mind is concentrated, it becomes so powerful. Chitta ekagritam is very important. That's what we saw. So to gain the chitta ekagritam, what we are doing? We are trying to do a meditation on the mantra. Here we chant the mantra slowly, beautifully, with all Shraddha and Bhakti, all the time keeping the mind on the sound of the mantra. As I told you, meditation is not a very fanciful thing or a rocket science, very complicated. It's actually simple only. But the thing is, we don't sit for meditation most of the time. Sometimes we sit, Adi Kurmura, Amavasya Kurmura, not regularly. Adi Kurmura, Amavasya Kurmura, Prayojanam illa, regularly we have to sit. So we have to apply ourselves. We have to keep the attention or our mind in the sound of the mantra. So the mantra should be given by a great Rishi and should have some meaning. And it should be about one of our Ishta Devata. Then we have got that, then we can invoke that kind of a reverence and love and devotion towards that. That is very important. You understand? As I told you in the morning, you cannot take just any sound symbol and start meditating. No. Given by the Rishis, Mahatmas. Like today we took Om Namah Shivaya, Panchakshara. Wonderful. There are so many mantras given by our great rishis. Right? According to your Ishta Devata, you can select, or you can ask your guru or the teacher and get the mantra. Right? Now, when you sit trying to keep your mind on the sound of the mantra, it will not be the bed of roses. The mind will not just always concentrate on the sound. No. For some time it may, but other times, sometimes it may feel bored. What is this? What am I trying to do now? Because mind always needs variety. Something different. So people also put some recording of a bhajan or some sort of a music, and then they say this is for meditation. But that will not serve the purpose, because we want chitta ekagrata, single pointedness of the mind. So if you have a sort of a song or something else, how can you focus? I don't know really. Some people do that way also. But you should not depend on the external crutches for meditation. No. Strict no. No. So you have to chant your mantra. If you allow the tape recorder to chant the mantra, the tape recorder will attain moksha. You should yourself chant the mantra, and you should keep the mind on the sound of the mantra. No shortcuts. But when you try to do that, the mind will not immediately listen to you. Now and then it will go away. Once again, Gurudev says, either the mind is disturbed because of the external stimuli which you get from the world outside. See, our senses are open. See, we are trying to close our eyes, but the ears are wide open. The skin is exposed. You feel very hot, warm, and your nostrils are also open. So the senses are very much open. So the external sounds disturbs. Especially when you sit here in our ashram, early morning you can listen to a lot of songs. Not bhajans, sometimes all silly songs. I tell you, it's very hard. Because immediately mind goes to that scenes. And sometimes certain songs invoke certain feelings in you, very deep. Very hard to concentrate. Actually, it's not easy. So external stimuli and smell can disturb. So what we can do with the external stimuli? We cannot do anything. First we should accept that. Probably we can choose such a place where there are less disturbances. But still, there will be disturbances. The Lord sends. Even if you don't ask, Lord will say, kind Lord, He will send you. Suppose, let us say, you sit for meditation, even in a quiet place like this ashram, without any loudspeaker, let us say. You will hear cuckoo singing. Cuckoo! Cuckoo! Today afternoon, did you hear? Ah, what a beautiful cuckoo. Then it stops. What happened? Why is it not singing now? Then it will say, cuckoo! Then the mind is gone. Right? So when the external stimuli is very pleasant, very soothing, the mind goes there. When the external stimuli is very blaring, very disturbing, then the mind gets irritated. Why this song now? Then what to be done? So we have to shut our senses and ignore all the external stimuli. Ignore means what? Let them come, let them go. I don't care. This you can do But if the disturbances are really bad, it's very hard. So it means that time you cannot focus your mind. Maybe you can do something else. Maybe you can start chanting Asangoham, Asangoham. I am not attached to any of the songs. I am not attached to anything in the world. Maybe. But as far as possible, if there are a little bit of disturbances, we have to ignore it. But one disturbance is very hard to ignore. That is mosquitoes. When they come and sit straight on your nose, it's very hard. Have you ever experienced? Very hard. That's why we have put net everywhere in your residential quarters. Because we have experienced so much of hardships because of mosquitoes. And there's fear also. I don't know whether this mosquito is a malaria carrying mosquito or dengue carrying. I don't know what is going to happen to me. How can you meditate then? You only meditate on mosquitoes. So it's very hard. So we have to take care. But those days the rishis, they were meditating in the forest, in the jungles. Imagine what sort of determination they had, fearlessness they had. So external stimuli, we should learn to ignore. We cannot do anything else. Okay. Even if you shut down all your senses, there is an image factory within. Image factory, which creates a lot of images. That is called as mind. It will not allow you to settle down. So many things comes up. 20 years back, somebody would have hurt you. That may come up. God. Or sometimes 30 years back, your girlfriend who has ditched you, she may come into your mind. Swamiji, how do you know? Don't ask me, please. What I mean to say, anything can come into the mind. Anything can come into the mind. Certain things really disturbs you. The mind will be chanting Om Namah Shiva, Shiva. Then goes to Shiva Kartikeyan. Gone, mind is gone. You don't even know that has gone to Shiva Kartikeyan. It is dancing with him. Tell you, this mind is so difficult to really handle. So what to be done? This is the hard part of it, I am telling you. What to be done? Gita says, 24th verse, Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman Tyaktva Sarvana Sheshataha Manasaivendriya Gramam Viniyamya Samantataha. Next verse. Shanai Shanai Ruparame Buddhya Dhruti Gruhitaya Atma Samstam Manakrutva Nakinchidhapi Chintaye. This is the instruction given by Sri Krishna. Here Gurudev gives an exhaustive commentary on these two verses. It's a beautiful pair, these two verses. Here it says, Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman Tyaktva Sarvan Asheshata. Sarvan means all. Asheshata means without any trace left behind. Asheshata. Tyaktva, one has to give up. What one has to give up? Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman. Kaman means the desires. the thoughts, sankalpa prabhavan, which comes out of imagination. Sankalpa means out of our own imagination. So when you sit in the seat of meditation, though you have shut all the senses, you are ignoring all the external stimuli, still the mind can create so much of images. Wonderful images, horrible images also. Sankalpa means what? Imagination. It's all imagination only, no? For different people, different sorts of things comes up according to their vasanas. The deep impressions which they have gathered from their past lives. So, no two people are the same. Some people have got horrible vasanas, so I tell you, very difficult for them. So many things comes up. Some people have got sattvic vasanas. For them, the mind is to some extent quiet, peaceful. So, we have to give up all the kama, all the desires, all the thoughts which are born out of imagination from the mind. Asheshata, without any trace. Meaning what? Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, if it is a kuppai, garbage, you should not say this is good, this is bad. Just wipe it away. So, in the seat of meditation, whatever thoughts come, everything is kuppai only, garbage only. Whatever thought comes, it has to be wiped clean. When you are having the date with your Lord, nobody is allowed inside. Nothing is allowed inside. So we have to give it up. Tyaktva sarvan asheshataha. So for that, we should sit with a firm resolve. What? This 1 hour or half an hour, I am not going to entertain anything else. I am not a mother, not a father, I am not an officer, I am not anything else. I am the devotee of the Lord or I am the seeker. Nothing else. And whatever comes into my mind, I am not going to entertain anything or I am not going to fight with it also. With this firm resolve you have to sit. One who chooses the Lord and Lord alone, or the Atma, the self alone, him the Lord chooses. You know, in Kathopanishad it is said, when you choose the Lord and Lord alone, then he chooses you. When you want everything and then Lord also, that and the kadayallam, if you want real emancipation, you should sit with the resolve, I want only the Lord and Lord alone. Or at least for this half an hour, 1 hour, only the Lord, nothing else. With this firm resolve, this is called as Tyaktva Asheshata, Sarvan Kama, all the desires. Giving up means what? With a firm resolve you sit. And then what? Then manasa eva indriya gramam viniyamya. With the mind only, manasa eva indriya gramam. Indriya gramam means what? The senses, the kutam, indriya kutam. There are 5 senses, no? So indriya gramam, it is said. The whole group of all the senses. Viniyamya, you have to restrain. So, first you sit with the resolve that I am not going to do anything else except the Lord, or the idea about the self. And then, with the mind, you should withdraw from all the senses. How? Shanaihi, Shanaihi, Uparame. Slowly and steadily, gradually, Uparame. Uparame means what? Turning within. That is Uparame. Buddhya Dhriti Gruhitaya. With a steady intellect. See, yesterday we saw na? Only if the reins or in the hands of the Sarathi, that is the Buddhi here, then these horses can run and the Ratham, the chariot, can go and reach the destination. So therefore, Dhriti Gruhitaya, Dhriti, the firm, with a firm, steadfast intellect, Buddhya. So therefore, whenever you sit for meditation, yes, the mind will go only, here and there. And the mind may create so many things from within. But what you should do? With the help of the buddhi, intellect, you should restrain the senses and the mind and say, no, this half an hour or 1 hour, I am going to keep my mind only on the mantra, the sound of the mantra, not on anything else. Some pressing problem, some crisis, something has gone wrong terribly, all can wait. This half an hour, 1 hour, no time for anybody, anything. This is my time with my Lord. See, I tell you, when you say everything can wait, and if you meditate, you may get some intuition also to solve those problems. But if you go on worrying about those problems in the seat of meditation, you will not gain anything. And you cannot meditate also. Purpose is lost. So, with the buddhi, meaning what? Purified intellect. Amalamadi tanna. Intellect, you have to restrain this mind and the senses. Now, my business is to keep the mind on this mantra. There may be external stimuli, okay, but none of my business now. There may be certain things coming up from within. No. My mind, I am going to keep only Sambhava. You know, the mind may play so many tricks. Yes, if I go on keeping like this, what will happen? The mind will evaporate. And then I realize the Atma, the God, I become a great Jnani. The mind will go this way also. Mind has so many tricks to play. We should be very, very watchful. We should not fall a victim. Therefore, here Bhagavan says, Atma samstam manakritva. After bringing the mind towards oneself, here in this case, what we are discussing in the sound of the mantra, kinchidapi na chintaye. Don't think about anything else. Na kinchidapi chintaye. Apart from this mantra, the sound, don't think about anything else. Na kinchidapi chintaye. Whatever it may be. Na kinchidapi. Not an iota you should give attention to anything else. Chintaye. So Shanaihi means gradually. It will not happen overnight. Shanaihi, Uparame. It's called Uparati. Rati means to revel. Upa means what? To revel near the self. Upa means near. Uparati means to make the mind or the thoughts to revel near yourself or within yourself. That is called as Uparati. Like Upavasam we say, na? That's Uparati. So, I tell you, it is all common sense only. See, I tell you, meditation is not a complicated quantum mechanics. It's sheer common sense actually. First, we should know what we are trying to do, why we want to do it, and what we are trying to do, and what all can happen in the seat of meditation. So as Gurudev always points out, either you can be disturbed from the world outside, the external stimuli, or the disturbance can come from within your own mind. So whatever may be the disturbances from the world or from your own mind, say no. Meaning, I am not going to give any value, any thought to all these things. That is called as Tyaktva Sarvan Asheshata. Like that when you sit and with the buddhi, when you bring the mind and the senses back again and again, Atma samstam manakritva, bring back to the mantra. Here in this case what we are discussing, back to the mantra. Na kinchid avichintaye, do not think anything else. This is the way to go. And I tell you, whatever may be the thoughts, mind cannot do anything to us, because by nature we are Satchidananda Swaroopa, we are the truth. And this mind is false and it's a virtual thing. It cannot harm us, it cannot bind us, it cannot trouble us actually. True. So we need not fear the mind. In fact, we give power to the mind to disturb us. The mind can never disturb us. Because of our likes and dislikes, because of our vasanas, we give the mind power to disturb us. Mind by itself has no power to bind us, to disturb us. So when you give more value to certain things, then that will disturb you. For example, if you sit as a mother, you can disregard everything, but when your daughter comes into your mind, then the mind goes berserk. Why she is not listening to me? All the mothers or father want their children to listen to them. But they don't think whether they have listened to their parents. Why is he not doing this? Why is he always into this mobile? In your age, there was no mobile. He is very fortunate he is having mobile. With the net, with the data flowing freely, let him. No, I am just joking. So, whichever you give so much of value, that will come and disturb you. Others will not disturb you. Something happening somewhere else cannot disturb you. Only whom you really love and very attached, those people, those things can disturb you. But in the seat of meditation, you should say no, even to your children, even to your spouse, to anybody. Asayirmin, Isanodayiram Asayirmin. Meaning no to everybody. Our Swamiji used to say, our Satyananda Swamiji very jokingly used to say, Sivaperumane vanda kuda, you offer him a seat and say, wait, I am now meditating. Meaning, no to anybody, everybody. I am now only with myself. Atma samstam manakritva na kinchid avichintaye. Not think of anything else. This is the way to go. So what you need? You need a firm resolve, a clear mind, and buddhi to restrain the mind and the senses. And I am going to keep the mind only on the mantra. The mind may create doubts. Do you think this is an effective path? That Mahatma is giving more, potent paths. Why can't you try that? If you try that, it will say that is better. The mind may play so many tricks. But I tell you, this is given by our Mahatmas and this is very effective. And he says in the next verse, Yato yato nischarati Manaschanchalamastiram Tatastato niyam yaita naniyam yaitad Atmanyeva vasham naye nischarati
Yato yato nischarati
manaschanchalamastiram
manaschanchalamastiram
tatastato niyam yaitad
tatastato niyam yaitad
atmanyeva vasham naye
atmanyeva vasham naye.
yato yato nischarati. Because of whatever reason, whatever cause, nischarati, the mind wanders. Chanchalam astiram, because by its nature mind is what? Chanchalam, very fickle. Astiram, not steady. By nature it is very fickle, means what? Not steady, restless. Therefore, whenever the mind wanders away, tataha niyamya etad, then and then you bring back the mind. Niyamya means bring back the mind. And atmani eva vasham naye, bring back and keep it in the mantra or in the Atma, the self. Bring it back again and again to the object of meditation. This is what we have to do. Sri Krishna has given a clear-cut instruction. Yes, the mind will wander only. Don't expect the mind, to come back and always be like. No, it will never happen. So some people say, Swamiji, you don't know, my mind is terrible. It is going here, there, what to do? Everybody's mind is the same. It will wander only. According to the vasanas, sometimes more it wanders or less it wanders, but it wanders. So whenever you are aware, the mind has gone away from the mantra to somewhere else, bring the mind back. Tataha nischarati. Again and again bring the mind back and keep it in the sound of the mantra. That is what we have to do. So, I am the meditator. I am trying to meditate on a mantra. So the mantra or the sound of the mantra is the object of my meditation. When I am trying to do this, the mind, because of its inherent tendencies, vasanas, it may wander, not may, it will wander here and there. Desha, Kala, Vastu, I told you, no? Different places it may go. You are here, but it may go to different distant places too. And sometimes to different time frames, the past, but fortunately not to a previous janmas, I suppose. We don't remember previous janmas, do you? It won't go, I suppose. Thank God. God has blocked it. Otherwise there is no end to the mind wandering. Or to the unknown future also. Imaginary fears, future, it may wander. Vastu means different objects. Sometimes very unholy thoughts, vulgar thoughts. For everybody it may come. That is the nature of the mind. So what one needs to do? Tataha. When you are aware of that, immediately, then and there, you bring the mind back and try to keep the mind on the object of meditation. This is what we have to do. So what you need? You need a firm resolve that for this half an hour or 1 hour, I am not going to entertain anything else. This is giving up all the imaginary desires and everything. Firm resolve. And then, don't expect the mind always just to be focused on the mantra. It will not. It will wander. Then, with the help of the buddhi. Buddhi means what? The thinking faculty. Now, what am I doing? I am trying to meditate, to focus the mind on the mantra, to lift myself up. Uddhared Atmanam. Because Lord has said that is the greatest goal of life. Now I am sitting to achieve that. But this stupid mind is now wandering in the, filthy things or mundane things. No. This is the Buddhi's job. No. Now I should only focus on this. Bring the mind back and try to keep it on the object of meditation. So again and again the mind will go. Again and again we have to bring it back. That is all. There is no other goal. For everybody the same. He may be having a big beard and like a big jada, looking like a great yogi and all. But for him also the same. His vesha may be different, but his antakarana, who knows how it is? Nobody knows. Only he knows. So he has to bring back the mind. So we need a lot of patience. Kinchida vinachintaya. This is a very important thing. The mind will start feeling restless. I'm doing this for so many years. Why nothing is happening? Why am I not seeing that light? Why am I not getting that experience? This becomes an obstruction. So kinchida vinachintaya is not even about your moksha, you think now. Not even about the final beatitude. You are not thinking about anything now, except the mantra. Since because we are taking that technique, I am talking about the mantra. There are other techniques where we focus yourself on the Atma, the self. That we will see tomorrow and day after. That is Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's technique also is there. And other Mahatmas also have given. That we will see tomorrow and day after. But since now we are taking the mantra, bring it back to mantra. Again and again. That is more than. So, kinchida vinachintaya means you should not expect anything out of this. Will I gain some extraordinary powers? Would I be able to read others' mind? I tell you, it's a terrible thing to read others' mind. You cannot live peacefully in this world. Unga manasa paathu purinjikite ivlo andadu. If you start knowing everybody's mind, I tell you, you will go mad. So, see, these are not cheap things, I tell you. Therefore, kinchida vinachintaya. Don't expect anything from this. This I am doing for my Lord. Because my Guru has said this is the shreyas, highest good. So I am doing this. Of course, if I walk in this path, yes, everything will happen. But if I disturb myself saying, why nothing has happened? Why nothing has happened? When will I get? That itself will become an obstacle. Because the mind is chanchalam, astiram, it is oscillating. Therefore, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, when you surrender to the Guru or the Lord, you have no business to ask for anything, including moksha. Including the moksha. It is none of our business to dictate terms to Guru. Guru, I have surrendered now. Better you give me moksha now. What is this? Is this surrender? I have offered everything unto you means full stop. Then it is his business whether to give you moksha or whatever. Mukti or bhakti or whatever. It is none of your business. When will I get? This is the problem. Because you are already that. Guru is trying to tell you you are already that. When you say, when will I get, there is an anticipation that I am going to gain it somewhere else. This is the ignorance. And this becomes an obstacle. Already you are that. You just keep quiet, you are that. When you are anticipating, when I will get, then it means as if you are now bound and you expect something to be liberated. Are you bound? You yourself is false. How can a false thing be bound or liberated? See, this Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi gives a very subtle idea. Who is bound? You inquire. That person who is bound itself is not there. Mukti Sindai mundirkumo, he asks. Bandame illen sana Mukti Sindai enge mundirkum. So therefore, na kinchidapi chindai means don't expect anything. Then Swamiji, I am putting effort. This itself is ahankar, I am putting effort. I am is ahankar, I am putting effort is ahankar. I am now studying scriptures and I am contemplating is ahankar. புத்தி அகங்காரம் புலம் வெய்த ஓங்கும் மத்தி இதயம் தான் மறையவனும் மாலும் நத்த அறியாது நலம் புலைய அண்ணார் மத்தியொளிர் அண்ணாமலையினது மெய்யே. Brahmaji and Vishnu, they are compared to buddhi and ahankara. Buddhi means what? The seat of knowledge. I can think, contemplate, and I will know it. You will never know it. And with my tapasya, with my effort, I sit, meditate, I will achieve it. You will never achieve it. Why? You have to go. You have to die. To die. To die, you have to die. So you will never achieve. You have to die. That is what Arunachal Tattvam says. Even Brahma and Vishnu cannot know him. How you and I can know him? Then Swamiji, we can't know him. You can't know him. ये முதல்ல சொல்லியிருந்தா நான் கூட எங்கள் வேலையை பார்த்துட்டு போகிறேன். கடைசியில் வந்து யூ கான் நோ ஹிம் சொல்லுவாங்க. யூ கான் நோ ஹிம். Then what do you? I have given up everything and I am putting all efforts. This idea that I am putting effort is ahankar. Then I will sleep, eat and sleep. Okay, you try. You will not. That is another path where you will get lost. No. Kinchidapi na chintaye. It is none of our business to ask for anything from the Lord. என்னே இவற்றை எண்ணுயிரே எண்ணம் எதுவோ அது செய்வாய் கண்ணே உந்தன் கழனினை காதல் பெருக்கே தருவாய். You can only ask for devotion to the Lord, to His feet. You have no business to ask for anything else, not even moksha. See, this is a play of subtle ahankar. The ahankar is the problem, the ahankar is abstract. So therefore he has said, na kinchidapi chintayet. Therefore, even meditation, you have to do it without expecting any fruits. We think only actions we have to perform without expecting any fruits. No. Even our upasana, our sadhana, everything we have to do without expecting any results. So then there is no motivation. Then you are not still ripe enough. If you feel there is no motivation, if you ask me not to expect results, then that is the motivation. No. Then you are not mature enough. Not pakka, kacha. Just since my Guru has said, this is the Shreyas, I am walking this path and I have surrendered to him. He will take care of me. When will he give? It is his business. And I will just follow his path and quieten my mind. I remain there. Na kinchidapi chintaye. So whatever he gives or not gives, it is his business. So even moksha, expecting moksha is wanting some results. Expecting results. Therefore he says, na kinchidapi chintaye. See how wonderful this is. So therefore, now the process is very simple. The mind will wander because of its inherent tendencies. Even though you have shut all the senses, still the mind can create so many disturbances from within. Now we have to sit with a firm resolve. Whatever may come, whatever may go, I don't care. Vandava irunda iru pona po. Vanda ye vandhu kekka maten. இருந்தா ஏன் இருக்கேன்னு கேட்க மாட்டேன், போனா ஏன் போனேன்னு கேட்க மாட்டேன். வந்தாவா இருந்தா இரு, போனா போ. I have nothing to do with you. So you sit like that. And then with the help of the buddhi, you have to withdraw this mind and senses from wandering outside to either the mantra or the Atma, the self. But you have to do it again and again and again. Why? Again and again and again the mind wanders. Again and again and again you have to bring back. And how long, Swamiji? Maybe a few janmas. Huh? What, Swamiji? We want now quick results. You only said now and here, now and here. If you are very pure, now and here only. If you have that clarity, it is now and here only. Because there is nothing to achieve. There is nothing to know. You are that. The teacher is saying, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. The Maramante Purive Mati. Tattvamasi Solta, you know, Adu Venu, Idu Mari, you know, Moksha Mingyo Kandrna, Adu Venu. You are that. But I am not feeling that because identifying with your body, mind. Then don't identify. How to go about? Don't give any value to anything. This is the way to go. Thage naike amrutatva manashu. See, it is not it is not a very easy sort of a thing. You have to give up everything. If you want that ultimate, you want to give up everything. So now, kinchidapi na chintayate. You should not expect anything out of this exercise. My Guru has said this is the highest shreyas. He will take care of me and I am going to do this. How long? Don't ask this question. The time is only the creation of the mind. Mind is a false entity. Please understand this again and again. When you say, in this janma only I want, you are identifying with the body mind and considering yourself as jiva. That is the ignorance. You are not the jiva. When you say I am the jiva, then you are ignorant only. So don't put any conditions to God or to do. See, I am doing a great favor to you. I am meditating about you. Now better you give me this. Poda. You say poda. We have to do this as a tapasya, as a yajna, without expecting anything. My Guru has said this is the shreyas. I will do this. How long? No question asked how long. When will he give? It is none of your business. He will give me or not, that is also none of your business. What is there to give? He has said already you are that. So therefore, kinchidapi na chintaye. When we can sit and practice this again and again and again. Number one, as I told you yesterday, the mind becomes so pure and mind becomes so quiet. That is very good in this world also. And the buddhi becomes very clear, clarity you get. And it becomes intuitive. You get wonderful ideas. And number three, you will excel in your even profession, in your ordinary life also. Number four, when the mind is quiet, there is a lot of joy. There is a lot of joy. When the mind is peaceful and quiet, there is a lot of joy. And when the mind is very peaceful, there is only true love, true understanding. So, anyway you are benefited. And definitely, success is sure for the sincere. The ultimate experience also will be yours only. But you don't put condition to God. Or don't put everything into a time frame and ask when. How. So, kinchidapi na chintaye. This one word you take it, kinchidapi na chintaye. It is none of my business to think about anything else except my Lord. That's it. Full stop. So, this is how we have to go. So, this is the process. Okay? Getting something? Thala eppadi aatran இப்படியா இந்த கேரளா பீப்புள் தான் தலை எப்படி ஆட்டாங்கன்னே தெரியாது. ஆமாங்கிறாங்களா இல்லைங்கிறாங்கன்னா ஒரு மாதிரி ஆட்டம் என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னே understand?
Mind is so powerful. It imagines even the world. ஆனால் ஆத்மா விஷயத்தில் வரும்போது மட்டும் அதுக்கு பவரே இல்லை.
Because we have spoiled the mind, always extroverted. No? Another powerless. So we have to again and again focus. It gains power. Power means what? To abide. Strength means to abide. That's what. So therefore, today we have seen how to go about it. This is how we have to go about it. Maybe techniques vary, but this is how one has to go about it. Sankalpa prabhavan kama tyaktva sarvan aseshataha. Sankalpa prabhavan kama. Sankalpa means out of imagination. Mind means what? Imagination. Kama means desires, thoughts, ideas. Tyaktva, giving up. Sarvan, all. Asheshataha, without any trace. Giving up. And Manasa eva indriya gram niyamya. The mind only you have to bring the senses back. Shanaihi, gradually, slow, hasten slowly, Buddha says. And Buddhya, with a sharp, purified intellect. Dhruti grihitaya, firm intellect. Dhruti means firmness, steadfast. With that intellect, you have to bring it back. Atma samstam manakritva. Bring it back to the object of meditation. Whether it is a mantra or the self, the Atma, the self. After having brought it back, kinchidapi nachintane. Don't think of anything else, even about your moksha, emancipation. Whenever you find the mind wandering, again and again you bring it back. This is how you have to do. There is no shortcut. There is no magic. Guru just touching me and tuck, everything happening. No. You have to work on it. You have to work on it. So today, we have given you, or not we, I mean the rishis, have given you the process, how to go about it. Tomorrow, the key to open the door of real meditation. இன்னைக்கு பேசுனதெல்லாம் கீ இல்லையா சொல்லி அப்படித்தான் நீ சீரியல்ல கொண்டு போகணும் சுவாரஸ்யமா. நாளைக்கு தான் முக்கியமான சீன் வரப்போகுது அப்படி சொன்னாதான் நாளைக்கு பார்ப்பீங்க இல்லையா? டிவி அடைச்சு போயிடுவீங்க. So tomorrow the key to open the door of real meditation, that we are going to see. See, now you see systematically the thought developing now. First of all, why we should do meditation, and then initial adjustments, and then what is the actual process, what we are trying to do, what we need to do. And tomorrow, there is a secret key to open the door of meditation. That secret key I am going to give you tomorrow. So that just open it and enjoy. Tomorrow, we are really going to give the key to the happiness. So that you open it, be happy. And then tomorrow evening, how to gain balance. So much key is balance. And day after, what are the final touches required to go beyond? What is the ultimate experience? And how it transforms the personality. Ellam paathuttona A to Z about meditation. Then no doubts about meditation. Om Purnamada
Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya